So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and make a layer on top of everything. Name it OP because you have to. And I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna take my my modified KNKL brush, KNKL chalk brush. You should go check him out if you haven't. He's the one that actually inspired me to make these videos. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this face up. Cause I don't like the fact that I lost. Let's actually come back to that. We're gonna fix up this area. So I'm going to turn off that multiply layer. We're gonna work on the OP layer. So basically what the OP layer does is it allows you to correct issues a lot more efficiently, as opposed to just going back and fixing the sketches and making sure everything is perfect. The overpaint layer lets you do everything in post-processing. So as you can see, this is kind of like messy. This like edge is like really messy, and it was really bothering me. So I decided to come in and show you guys how to fix it up. So we just throw that line back in there. This is also an experimental style that I was working with. Man, it's hard to paint and talk. I wanted to move my work more into the cell shading, or like a form of cell shading, just because I really like the way it looks, and a lot of the art that inspires me actually works in that way too. So I want to incorporate a bit more of that style. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that I'm a super duper awesome pro that's been in the industry for 27 years. I don't know where the 7 came from, but 27 years. No, not at all. I'm just like one of you guys. I'm learning. I think every artist is honestly the same. We're all learning. We're just learning at different rates. We're learning at different times. And I'm more than happy to enjoy my process for getting there. And you should too. Don't be afraid to give out knowledge. Because, you know, I'm sitting here, and I was questioning it at first. I was like, oh man, I don't know if people are gonna want to listen to me. I'm like, I'm not that good. I'm okay. And again, even though I say that, I do still enjoy my art. I enjoy it a lot. But you know, it's not like some of the things you see on like ArtStation or whatever. But you just gotta get past it, and you just gotta keep going. Because if you don't keep going, no one's gonna keep going for you. So you have to take care of yourself. Learn that the hard way. So here, like you can see, I'm just going in, I'm just like cleaning up some of the edges. I'm fixing them up a bit. Just making sure they don't look like sloppy. Like in this area, this whole thing is like kind of like sloppy. And let's just get rid of that. So while I'm doing this, I figure I should tell you guys that I've actually, alright, that's a very loud vehicle. I've actually started a Patreon, and I'll post a link to it in the description. But I started a Patreon so I can share the PSD files with you guys. So I'll be producing content weekly, like character designs weekly, and some fan art here and there for you guys. And I think our first goal on Patreon is to get 150 new patrons. So if you guys really find this content to be helpful, feel feel free to grab the PSD on Patreon. And the way that it's gonna work is that if you're a patron and I release work on that week, then you get access to that PSD for that week. After that week is done, it'll go into the archive on Gumroad, where you can basically purchase old bundles, and yeah, you can purchase old bundles. I'm gonna set them really cheap for you guys because I understand. I tried to learn from other artists and stuff, and I wanted to buy their stuff from their Gumroads, but I'm like, man, I really don't have the money right now. So I made it relatively cheap for you guys. So right now, so the past bundles are gonna cost $5. They're only $5, and you get the PSDs and basically everything that you would essentially get for free for being a patron, minus some stuff, or maybe not, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just give everything in the $5 bundle. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so a little bit more details about what's included in the Patreon. You will receive you will receive, man, it's really hard to talk in paint. Sorry. You will receive there's actually, I think, 4 tiers, if I remember correctly. I don't have it up right now. There's 4 tiers. Actually, let me just pull it up. Let me pull it up for you guys. So the first tier, basically it's only $1. It's $1 per week, and you get all the HD images, so basically including the PNGs, and the PNGs of the step-by-step process, JPEGs or only JPEGs of the step-by-step process, and you get high-quality PNGs of the actual artwork. I might throw in some JPEGs too. For the second tier, it's $3 a week, and you get all the tier 1 rewards, in addition to all of the PSDs from each week's batch, or from that current week's batch. So the week that so basically I'm gonna try to get this week up of the flower people. So you'll get a batch with all of the flower people, and then depending on your tier, you get all of the bonuses. The rest of the tiers are tier 3, which is $5, and you get all of the tier 2 rewards, in addition to sped up video process. So basically a speed paint version of this, of what I'm doing. Like the full process, as opposed to the things I've been putting on Twitter, which are like kind of clips of like really fast clips. That's gonna change, because I want you guys to get more exclusive content, but I don't want to make it to the point where the free people aren't, or non-patrons aren't getting stuff. So we'll see how that goes. You'll also get suggestions. You get to add suggestions to the theme of the week poll, which are basically on Twitter. You can participate in those for free on Twitter. But being a patron, a tier 3 patron, will allow you to suggest options that'll go directly into the poll. So you have a direct effect on the content that I'll be making for you guys. And then you also receive an exclusive first look. So basically you get a sneak peek of all of the art before it goes live to the public. So that'll be pretty cool. And you also get exclusive access to work in progress. So what that means is basically you get to see every single step, including like all the videos and all of the other step-by-step processes. It's really hard to talk and draw. Basically, it's all of the stuff that I don't show to the public. So if you ever wanted to see like thumbnails and whatnot, you guys will get to see those. You get to see like what the character would have been and what they could have been. You get to see everything. Very transparent with this. And not all of this is actually final. A lot of it's going to change in the future, just based on the information and the feedback that I get from you guys. So please feel free to leave a comment about questions or concerns, and I'll definitely address them for you. And then tier 4, you get all of the tier 3 rewards. You get a YouTube shout out, and you get to pick one past batch of your choice every week after you've been built. So basically, all the stuff that once something gets going to the archive, every time you basically pay, after the first week of each month, you'll get to choose. You get to choose one batch, one previous batch of your choice, and then you get to have that for free, and that's recurring as long as you're a Patreon. So every time the build clears, you get to choose stuff, and you get free stuff or fun stuff. And the whole reason I started this was because I really want to make more awesome content for you guys, and I want to be able to focus on creating stuff for you guys. Because I like helping people. I really do. So that will allow me to help you guys out even more. Oh, and you also get a direct influence on some of the weekly designs. So I'll show you like, so say you like the way that something looked in a thumbnail, like thumbnail stage. I would actually take into account direct feedback from whoever is in that tier and apply it directly to the image. So some pretty cool stuff. I'm looking forward to it, and again, I'm more than happy to change some stuff if I see that either people aren't happy with it or it's just not working. So I'm gonna be pretty transparent with you guys about a lot of stuff, because I'm not trying to be a scumbag or anything. I'm just really trying to help you guys out. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns about it, and I'll address them. So the overpaint process is actually kind of tedious. It's the easiest part, but it's basically the most boring part, but it's also the most relaxing. Because it's really just this the whole time. Yeah, it's literally just this the whole time. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching this stuff and to watch how I go about doing it. But again, let me know in the comments so I know what to create for you guys. Do. Okay. Let's make sure we save. Oh, I guess before we go, I'll tackle the face, because I really look at it. It's like, oh, it's like, ooh. Okay, whatever that's supposed to mean. So let's see. So it looks like it was a lot. The eyebrows were down. Let's see. Let's see. So these eyelashes kind of went back like that. Yeah, these eyebrows were actually kind of a bit more down. These should actually be a dark green. These are pretty thick. Extra thick. Something still doesn't feel quite right. Something feels a bit off. Something feels a bit off. And I'm trying to understand what it is. Could it be that this part here is still kind of... No, I don't think it was that. Not quite sure, actually. Let's go in there. Get that going. That did not take that color. Let's get this. And let's actually put a little shine. Put a little shine here. We'll do the same thing here. And then we'll put a little shine. We can thicken this up a bit. And this is basically like all I would do for overpainting stuff. Basically all I would do, just go in and clean stuff up. And it may seem really simple, but it actually does wonders. It actually does wonders. Because it's really the time you can go in and fix up all of the mistakes that you saw, if you see them. And if you can't see them, then get somebody else to see them. There's lots of communities out there that are open to giving you awesome feedback. Um, hmm. And that's basically, that looks a lot better. It's not exactly what's captured in the original image there, but it looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Let's go in there and put that white back in there. Oh man, that looks really cool. It's actually like a darker green. Kind of like how that's like a darker green almost, surrounded by some of the light green. Just throw some of that light green back in there. Oh, that looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's actually cut this off a bit more. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's not forget this. It's actually the eyebrow. And you have like a tear duct here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Way better, way better. So we can turn that off. And it's already starting to look like awesome. This is, let's see if we can turn it off and on. This is before, I mean, this is before, this is after. Before, after. Before, after. You can really see the parts that are really starting to shine through. So with that, I believe I'll just finish this up some other time, or I'll finish this up outside of the recording, because like I said, it's basically the same thing. It's just going through. And if you guys want to see this, again, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to show you guys the full process of this. So, oh yeah, and I've also been thinking about doing a like a little fan art hashtag. If you guys ever want to, you know, show off some work, I'll be happy to show off a hashtag on Twitter or on Instagram. Instagram might be a little bit better to show off stuff like that. So, if you guys want to do that, just tag your fan art with hashtag Foxy Moose Show Art or Foxy Moose Show Fan Art. Actually, that's a bit long. That's really long, actually. Better yet, let's do that's a really cool one. Let's just do FMS fan art. Yeah, that's good. That won't take too long to type out. So if you guys ever want to show off some artwork, I'll be really happy to see your artwork, and I'll even start showing it at the end of shows. Yeah, just post your art with hashtag FMS fan art on Instagram, and I'll show it off on the show. For the time being, I'm going to try to finish this up, and I'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully, I can actually get you guys some more content during the week, so you guys aren't waiting a full week for one video. So let's save that. And if you guys like the show, if you guys saw that it was extremely helpful, or you learned even one thing from it, please recommend your friends, share it to your friends, your family, anyone you know that could benefit from anything like this. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.